What is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and today I'm making a video on the Redskins' new stadium deal, where it's going to be, and if there's going to be any gambling in it. If you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. I will be posting a few times a week, and let's try to get to 1,000 subs by the end of January. So, JP Finlay reported today in the morning that Dan Snyder and the Redskins want a new stadium with gambling, but they they want the stadium has to have legalized gambling, so they would have to have I think a law being passed, and depends on the state. So if I don't know if DC is legalized, if they have legalized gambling, or Virginia, so that's a huge hurdle. You also want there's going to be a new stadium soon. We just don't know when, and if it's probably going to be in Maryland, which does suck, and unless they can get it to RFK, but they're saying that they're tearing down RFK, the remains of it, so it's probably not going to be in DC, which sucks. But most likely it's going to be in Maryland again, which does suck because going to the games is a long time. It takes a while to get there because it's in Maryland. At least if it was in Northern Virginia, it would be pretty close. But I wish it would be in DC. I hope it is though. So this is what JP Finlay said. At this point, I think a rebuild FedEx Field is most likely scenario. I know they should go back to DC, and I know most of you want them back in DC, but read this story and realize that the feds are probably not going to let that happen. So, like I said, they're probably not going to allow the law to be passed, legalize gambling in DC or Maryland or wherever. So, here's among the roadblocks, according to the officials with knowledge of the discussions, was Rep. I'm not going to read that, chair of the House Natural Resources Committee, who feared that the tucking a lease extension in an appropriations bill would set a bad precedent. He also raised concerns in the past about dedicating federal land for Redskins, whose name he called offensive to Native Americans. So it is a hurdle, but it could happen. We'll see. The thing is, if it gets rebuilt, if FedEx gets rebuilt, what I heard from other people, from some Dolphins fans, is that, or what happened in Miami was that their stadium got rebuilt over a long period of time, but it wasn't like they did it for like a full year or two straight. Sorry, they started in February. I can't remember when this was, but they started in February, worked on it until a little before the off season was over, so like or probably end of July because of preseason, and then started working on it again after the next season. So because the Redskins, their training camp is in Ashburn, so they don't practice there. So it would be possible for them to remodel, and then they would have to remodel parts of it at a time. So I don't know if that could happen, but I think a remodelization would be good. Renovation would be good because the Redskins stadium is so ugly, so old. It's just it needs something new to it. So I think remodeling it would be great. I my number one hope though is that we do get a stadium, a whole new stadium in DC. Keep this stadium for another 3-4 years, and go to DC. Make a new stadium in DC because the Nats are in DC, the Caps are in DC, and the Wizards are in DC, and so is DC United. Why the Redskins are the only team, so we got to get the Redskins to DC. And so yeah, let's see anything else that he reported. Oh, and I know I didn't make a video on this, but Jay Gruden was hired by the Jaguars as their offensive coordinator. Do I think it's a good hire? No. Do I think it's a terrible hire? Also, no. I think it can work. He just has to have the right people around him to work, and he has to have a lot of say. Where here he didn't have much say. He didn't get to really choose personnel much, didn't choose all the right coaches. There's conspiracy theories that he didn't get to choose all the coaches. So I don't want to get into all of that, but I think it could work, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. So let's see anything else. Let's read this story real quick. So, anything interesting in this? Washington owner urged money. So yeah, this happened. This happened on Monday, where he asked them to think about legalized gambling Two people said they understood Snyder to be suggesting he would rebuild at the FedEx location. Okay, so he wants to keep the stadium in Maryland, which I still don't know. I bet you if you give a poll, I would say 90% of people would rather have it in DC than in Maryland. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section. So yeah, this is the important part right here. Any gambling expansion in Maryland would require a constitutional referendum, which would be placed on the November ballot. So until now, the public and behind-the-scenes debate has centered on whether horse tracks would join casinos as potential recipients of a limited number of gambling licenses. So this is the huge hurdle for the Redskins. So the team's lease keeps playing at FedEx Field until 2027. So that's 7 years from now. So we do have a long time, but that definitely we could get a stadium before then. So we'll see. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I I obviously want a new stadium and definitely want it outside of Maryland, but a new stadium would be good because even though FedEx isn't even that old, it's just so outdated and just terrible. I hate it. I hate their stadium. It takes way too long to get to. The stadium is just like so ugly. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the like button. I will be posting a dream free agency video in a week or so, and maybe mock draft too. So, peace.